Hey guys, welcome back to PED 110. I hope you guys have had a great first week of classes. I know so far so good on the assignments that I see coming in, and you guys really appear to be off to a great start. I do hope you've had the opportunity to complete everything in the first section by this point, in particular the enrollment verification activity. As I said, that's the most important thing. But honestly, by this point, you should have been through the entire first section. Hopefully, you've signed up for Remind. And then also, I may not have made this clear, but you were also to complete the course introduction in this first week. So because I didn't specifically say that, which I see many of you have already started on it, make sure you get that complete. I'll give you another week on this one, but that means that will be added into your Chapter 1 assignments also. I see several of you have already posted to the Padlet, as that's a great way for me to just get to know you. I know we don't get to see each other face to face, but it is nice to know who I'm working with, and the same for you. So I hope you've taken the time to read my little blurb here and take notice of my family. I think that's really important. As I said last week, you guys know I'm a huge Green Bay fan, and just want to commend all the Cowboys fans out there. What a great game last night, the best game of the playoffs. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers and Kansas City Chiefs game, it didn't disappoint either. But we just look forward to advancing to Atlanta next week, and hopefully we can get us another trip to the Super Bowl. All right, on to PED 110 for this next week. Hopefully, again, if you have not watched these videos yet, continue with that. We have a due date of January 17th because of the Martin Luther King holiday, and I hope you had the opportunity to just celebrate his legacy and the mark that he's left on our society. I've had a few questions about accessing MyLabs Plus. It seems that everyone can access it, but I did have questions about using a access code from a previous course or a previous textbook, and you guys please feel free to correct me, but I think it's unique to this class in particular, so you can't use a chemistry code or a math code to access your PED MyLabs Plus. If that's not the case, then please let me know, because I'm happy to share to all any way that you could save money. I know being a college student can be very expensive. So with that being said, I told you last week we have our checklist each week, okay? And so you'll see over here, if you have a green bar, that means you completed everything in that first section. And if you don't, then just continue to work on it. Again, we're not at the due date yet, so no one's late. Just be mindful that that green bar lets you know that you've completed everything section by section. Okay, so getting right into the heart of things, our first chapter is understanding fitness and wellness. This is the foundation piece, guys. You have to understand all of this to really get the gist of the rest of the course. Okay, let me backtrack before we get there, though. One thing I did want to cover with the physical activity monitoring weekly report. My only expectation at this time is that you are getting activity each day. Again, it doesn't have to be formal exercise. Exercise and physical activity is different. Okay, exercise is where you have a plan. There's something organized and structured for the purpose of getting in shape. Physical activity is simply a movement that we engage in throughout the day. So right now at this time, just the steps that you get on your fitness trackers on the smartphone, on any smartwatches that you may have, Fitbits, anything at all counts towards that. And I'm giving you a goal now of 60 minutes per week, and really that's not that much. But I know right now we're just getting started on things, and so just 60 minutes per week would be adequate. And then you just simply have to take a screenshot of whatever data your tracker gives you. Some people it gives steps, some people it gives steps and the amount of time that they were physically active. Some folks it gives calories burned. Whatever your device records, that's fine. Just take a picture. If you could get a weekly report where it has like your status throughout the week, then that's more helpful. But if yours does it daily, I give you 3 submissions per week. But it's really easier for me if you just submit once throughout the week. If you have any questions, I'm always here to help you out with those things. I know that one can be kind of gray, but don't let it be confusing. Just keep it simple. Okay, so back to Chapter 1, Understanding Fitness and Wellness. We're going to go through quite a bit here. Just a reminder again of our routines. You'll have an introductory video, and then of course you'll have this video here that I'm sharing now. Your checklist each week, your PowerPoint to help get you through your quiz. Again, use the PowerPoint and the book on the quizzes. That's not cheating. I'm telling you to. Okay. I want you to do well on the course. I hope you've also noticed that you have multiple attempts on the quiz. That's not me making it easy on you. I want you to get this content. Again, this content is life. And so I want you to understand it. I don't want you to just cram or find the answer in the book just to get the answer correct on the quiz. I want you to understand this stuff and walk away with a real practical knowledge of how it benefits you. And then also each week you'll have your physical activity monitoring report. So getting right into our chapter 1 PowerPoint. This is what you had to look for through this chapter. For one, understanding what optimal health is, and really that's what wellness is. So wellness is defined by optimal health. So what is that exactly? Well, you'll get to that through this chapter. Total wellness can be achieved by a balance of physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, social, environmental, occupational, and financial health. Again, the focus of this course, or at least the textbook, is going to be on the physical part of health. But I want you to understand that wellness is so much more than that. Make sure you are working holistically, meaning taking care of all of these other areas of health. Okay? You cannot be well, you cannot achieve optimal health without taking care of all of these. Okay? And we sometimes take some of these for granted. Regular exercise offers many important health benefits, and not just health benefits also. Okay? But I think regular exercise also really helps us in other areas of our life. Okay? The emotional health, social health, so forth and so on. Now, this is really important, especially as you start getting into real workouts, and I hope most of you get to that stage. There's 5 areas of health-related fitness: your cardiorespiratory endurance, heart and lungs, muscular strength. How strong are you? Okay, how much can you lift with one repetition? And again, some of you may never lift a weight throughout this course. That's not a mandate, but understand it is part of health-related fitness. Muscular endurance, your ability of your muscles to continue work over time. Flexibility, that's range of motion, really important as we grow older. Okay, that's something we take for granted. We all should stretch daily, and again, many of us do not. And the body composition, that's simply the amount of fatty tissue versus lean tissue that your body's made of for the most part. Okay, and of course we want to lean more towards the muscle or the lean body tissue. Okay, and wrapping up for the chapter. Of course, we're just getting started in this, so we'll want to focus on behavior modification strategies. How can we incorporate behaviors that help us live a life of wellness? And then we'll go through the 6 stages of the behavior change model, because if we're going to incorporate change, we have to understand how. Okay, and the different stages we'll be going through. And of course, anytime we're wanting to achieve something, we need to have goals. And so it goes through the SMART acronym as specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and a time frame. So you'll see all of these through the presentation, where all of this information goes further in depth, and then of course you'll have the quiz at the end. So just again, use your textbook and the PowerPoint as your resource for that. As I said last week, I try to keep these videos short. I realize I'm at about 8 minutes, but I did have to touch base on some things just because we are still so early in the semester. For your My Health Labs Plus, you do have a lab this week for Chapter 1, so we'll scroll over there. Okay, this is a lifestyle assessment inventory. You're going to see on these labs, and this is the case for almost all of them, there are no wrong answers. You don't have to spend a ton of time trying to figure out what you want me to know. This is all for you. This is a reflective activity so you can assess, okay, how your lifestyle, how your actions, your behaviors impact your health. This is kind of your baseline data. Where are you now? And it helps you identify areas that you really need to improve in. Again, there's no wrong answers. Answer honestly, and because it is for your benefit. Okay, and it's fairly lengthy. It's just a comprehensive assessment, but I would say it's all areas that we really need to reflect on to see how well we're doing, or to identify areas of improvement. Okay, well, that should about do it for what you need from me for the week. Again, making sure we click on each link, complete all activities, submit our physical activity monitoring report, and you should be good to go. Okay, if you come across any hiccups or have any obstacles, please let me know. I'm here for you guys. All right, have a great week, and I look forward to checking back in with you next weekend. Take care.